Your orientation video for Introduction to African American Studies, Summer 2017. The first thing I'm showing you on the screen is the syllabus for our class. Whenever you take an online class, it's important to read the syllabus thoroughly because all of the instructors' policies and rules are detailed on the syllabus, and it's kind of like a contract that you would sign if you bought a house or a car, or if you were offered a great job. So I want you to notice that I have contact information and some notes on how to contact me on the syllabus. I have the materials you need for the class. There is one textbook, but we might be watching a couple of films, possibly Netflix shows, that you will also need to be able to access either digitally or through your local library. And there are instructions here for viewing some of the films that we will use in the class that are from the USC Upstate Library database. I recommend a documentary miniseries by Henry Louis Gates in the USC Upstate Library, which you can link to through this link. And this extensive paragraph here is our course description. So I won't read that aloud to you. I will simply try to explain aspects of the course description throughout the semester, and I will leave this for you to read and consider on your own. Importantly, all of our work for this class takes place on Blackboard, and there will always be a YouTube message like this every day to orient you and help you get started on the work or continue thinking in whatever you're thinking about. So I will show you Blackboard in just a minute. These are our course objectives, things that I want you to learn and what I hope to accomplish during the course. Our assignments are all connected to these objectives. I'll show you momentarily where you can find a lot of this information more easily on Blackboard in the Information tab as well. But these are our assignments and the points each is worth. I talk about those more in an upcoming video. Attendance. Basically, I'll just say try to log in every day, even if you only have a little bit of time, just to see what's going on. And ideally, try to complete your work during every class day. Ideally. I know that life happens during the summer. You need to contact me if you want extensions for your work. I need to know in advance. That's the takeaway from this part of the syllabus. I have given you my personal cell phone number so you can make FaceTime appointments with me. If you are local in the Spartanburg area and want to see me in person before I leave for the summer, you can do that in the next couple of weeks. So just send me a text or an email, identify yourself, introduce yourself briefly, and we can make an appointment for a face-to-face meeting in Spartanburg until June 14th. These are basic upstate policies on plagiarism. And this is a very incomplete agenda of what we'll be doing, but it's an overview, an outline of what we'll be doing this semester. Always, as it says for June 2nd, look on Blackboard for more assignments, and I will show you why. This is our course Blackboard site. When you first log in, you'll come to this page, which is simply the welcome page that has the information for contacting the help desk if you need. Over here on the tabs are the important tabs that you need to navigate and do the work for the class. On the top half are the ones that you need immediately. The bottom half are some that you might need, but you can hold off until I contact you, until I give you the heads up about how these lower divider tabs work. These are the important tabs: the welcome page, the course information, which again has my cell phone number, how to make a FaceTime or a face-to-face appointment with me, my email, the How to Navigate Blackboard tab, which is how you get into the work for the class, assignment due dates, required materials, the textbook, and some of the video material that you will need. And here's a copy of that syllabus I just showed you if you want to print it out. But keep in mind that I like to teach responsively to the class, therefore I might change things on the syllabus. You will know by what appears in the Daily Work tab, because this is set up and organized in such a way that if you just go to each day's date, click on the folder, you'll find everything you need to get done for every day. And if you, starting on June 1st, consecutively worked through each of the daily work folders and never looked at the syllabus and never FaceTimed or texted or emailed me, I think you'd be just fine, because everything you need will be provided in the day-to-day folders. Now there's one twist. Here in this folder you can see a welcome message. And then there is a sample of, just a sample of Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me. It's a short sample. It doesn't have the whole text, and I want you to enjoy the whole text. So I would like you to buy the book or listen to it on audible.com if you're better at listening to books. It's a good listen. This is a link to a poem from which Ta-Nehisi Coates took his title. More about that later. And these are study questions. So before you read, for example, before you open the book, you might want to look at the study questions. Or as you're reading, you might want to look at the study questions to help guide you through and keep you focused. You get to page 20, you don't remember anything. Well, go through and read the questions and look for the answers and read actively and think about what you're reading by using these questions. You'll also see these reincarnated as quiz questions, exam questions, discussion board questions. Everything that we'll do in this class kind of builds like a, what do you call those things? A tumbleweed. It rolls along and it gathers momentum and it gathers material and it gathers layers so that we're building up knowledge in layers. Perhaps also like an onion. There's my last metaphor for the day, I hope. So that is the reading guide. Now there's a caveat to how the daily work folder works. And I'm going to go back to the daily work folder. This is what it looks like for me. For student view, what you will actually see when you first click on each daily folder is not everything you need for the day, because you have to watch the welcome message first, and then you have to click on Mark Reviewed before everything opens up. If you don't watch the welcome message, you cannot get to the graded assignments and the materials that you need. And I want you to do things in a particular order because I know that you'll learn best that way. So those are some of the important points about how to navigate the syllabus. One other important, you'll also notice when I put the student view on that there aren't as many tabs here, because I'm trying to keep things simple so you only click on what you need, but others might appear. And I'll tell you in the welcome message if there's a new tab to consider. If you want to email other members of the class, this is the Tools tab. And there are a few things in here that I wanted to hide, but one of the more important things to click on, well, probably important for you, will be your grades. As you continue your work, it'll show up in the grade book. You can also send emails in this way. You can send an email to everybody in the class, to all the other students, but not to me. I think that works. You can send it to me, or you can just choose people you want to email by clicking on these different sending email tabs. So if you only wanted to email me, then as you can see, the all instructors It's just me. If you want to email the whole class, there are the lists of all your names, or there is the list of all of your names, including me. And if you only want to email a few people, you pick someone, you move the person's name over to selected, and the email goes to that person. The discussion board is in the Tools tab. Right here. But it's easier to just access the discussion board by clicking right there on the discussion board. This is part of your daily work, or every other day. There's 10 of these. There's 3 points each. I usually tell you what you need to do to get each of those available points. This is for the first day where you introduce yourself. This discussion is for the second day. And some of these discussions, I'm surprised, are showing up because I thought they were hidden. So please forgive me. I have to fix that. Only do the discussion board for the day that I've described. And sorry, like I said, these were hidden before, and they magically showed up again. So I will fix that later. You won't see that when you log on to Blackboard for real. So that's about all that I need to show you for navigating the class. As of right now, I only have 2 days of work folders set up. There might be a little bit more set up the first time you look at this. The class will not be set up too far in advance. The reason for that is because I like to take time to do topics well, and I like to respond to what students want to learn. So the whole class isn't available for you to sit down and work through in a week straight. You'll have a few days. I'll give you as much lead time as I possibly can. Right now it's a week lead time, and hopefully I can keep up that standard, but I'm not positive. There will be more probably when you look at this in your own browser, because right now it's Friday before Memorial Day weekend, and I'm hoping you're all doing something fun, and you won't be looking at your classwork until Monday night at the earliest, possibly not until June 1st. Either way, I hope you're having a fantastic summer, and you will hear more from me incredibly soon. You take care.